The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Central Kentucky high school basketball starts now. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
Good evening, everyone, from Henry Clay High School in Lexington. Welcome to another broadcast of Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod. Tonight, it's the homestanding Henry Clay Blue Devils against the visiting Frederick Douglass Broncos. I'm Keith Elkins alongside Sean Woods, former Wildcat, one of the unforgettables, and a coach at Mississippi Valley State, at Morehead State, and at Southern University, and winner of the Ben Jobe National Coach of the Year Award. So, Sean, it's always a pleasure to have your analysis tonight, but we're looking for a good one between these two teams. Henry Clay facing a challenge against a very strong Douglass team.
No doubt about it. Douglass has been playing great all year long. Henry Clay's on a ride right now. They've won 4 of their last 5. Took a tough one the other day against Great Crossing, but I'm sure they're looking to get back in the winning column and also another district game.
Douglass comes in on a 15-game winning streak. Murray Garvin returned to coaching this year. His first Douglass team is at 20-2 right now. He has to be enjoying that.
Murray Garvin has done a tremendous job this year of coaching a team that was already talented, but when you add to his expertise from coming from college basketball, the organization, so on and so forth, it's been even more of a step up. And this team here, if they get past Great Crossing, they can make a run at the Sweet 16. And
for Henry Clay tonight to try to meet that challenge, what do you think the Blue Devils have to do?
Well, the Blue Devils got to take care of the basketball. They got to, really be aware of Douglass's junk defenses because Murray likes to mix it up a little bit. 2, they got to make some shots. Really got to make some shots. And then 3, Douglass is super athletic, especially on the offensive glass. They got to find a way to keep Douglass off the offensive glass to create more second-chance shots.
Well, we'll get more into that, into our keys to the game. That'll be coming up later in our pregame show. We'll also hear from both coaches, starting with Coach Murray Garvin of Frederick Douglass when we come back as our pregame show continues on Glycod.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
With Fast Signs, create striking custom visuals that inspire pride district-wide. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job. I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Talking with Coach Murray Garvin of Frederick Douglass, and Murray back to coaching this year, and I would think with this team that you've had, the kind of season you've had, it's been fun to make that return, hasn't it?
It's been a delight. You know, from day one, the young people at Douglass, the administration welcomed me with open arms. We've had an outstanding summer, which led to a really, really good start to the season, and we're sitting here now, Keith, at 20-2. And I didn't see that coming, to be honest. I thought with the schedule, having a new coach, a new philosophy coming into the season, I thought we would be fortunate. You know, I knew that we'd be successful, but I didn't know how quick it would happen.
Mm-hmm. And 15 in a row now, and what has been the key during this stretch to all these victories? I mean, they all haven't come in the same way, but what's been the key overall to the development in this winning streak?
I think defensively, we've kind of locked in and bought into our defense is what we hang our hat on. Guys have really, really started to understand that our team is our strength. We're not a one-player-led team. We've had 5 different leading scorers during the season. We give an award after each game called the Hard Hat Award, and it's really an unsung hero award. We've had 10 different guys win that award this year, and it's really buying into the philosophy that our strength is in our numbers, and the guys have really, that now they understand.
Yeah, you seem to have a variety of ways to score, and I would guess defend too, because you have a variety of athletes on your team, and I'm sure that's a great thing in your favor. But on the other hand, you as the coach, you've got to blend all that into a good team. Has that been a fairly easy process, or is that kind of tough sometimes?
Oh, it's very tough. It's very tough. Not only are our guys athletic, they're really good young people, they're great students. They study the game, Keith. They don't get credit for that. We got guys that we come in the film session and they've already watched the film and they're well aware of the strengths and weaknesses of their opponent. So sometimes when you say you got an athletic team, it takes away from the cerebral and studying the game and the basketball IQ. But we're not only athletic, but we're intelligent basketball players, and they give it their all every day for us.
And what about going up against this Henry Clay team? What challenges do they pose for you? What do you have to do to win?
First of all, Coach Brown is one of the most respected coaches in the state of Kentucky. His teams are going to always be prepared. You can't judge the first matchup with the second matchup because he never shows his whole hand in the first game. So I know there will be new wrinkles tonight. This being kind of a snow day for the school district, I'm interested to see if the crowd shows up. If this would have been a regular school day, I think it would have been a sold-out crowd probably tonight. But with us being out of school, we'll see if that impacts the turnout. But they're a well-coached team. They have many weapons led by his son. And they're a really, really, really good team that we're going to have to play really well tonight to get a win.
All right, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Thank you, Keith.
All right, we'll be right back on Glycod.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. At new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to Henry Clay High School. We continue with our pregame show as the junior varsity game continues, with Frederick Douglass holding a 46-35 lead right now. And coming up in just a few minutes, it'll be the varsity squads with Henry Clay against Frederick Douglass. I'm Keith Elkins alongside Sean Woods. Scott Moore is our producer tonight, and Joe O'Malley is our camera operator. Right now, let's take a look at the keys to the game. They are presented by Tech24. Seeking a fresh start to your career? Tech24 is a commercial food service repair company that is hiring in Lexington. For more information, contact Brad Wilson at 864-549-8344. Sean, about the keys to the game tonight.
Well, Keith, for Douglass, they got to have a great start. Don't give Henry Clay confidence right out the bat. Now you got a dogfight. You know, number two, keep the pressure on them defensively. Keep them uncomfortable with your changing defenses like you've done all year. 3, you got to dominate the glass. Offensive rebounds, that's what has kept you in the game, and that's what's been your strength thus far. Not just scoring, because you don't shoot a great clip from the 3, but what Douglass does is they attack the glass and get a lot of second chance opportunities. Now for Henry Clay, they must have a good start, because you don't want to start out like they did against Great Crossing last game. I mean, before they knew it, it was 11-2. And also, no unforced turnovers. You know, be strong with your ball. Don't be back on your heels, you know, when Douglass comes at you with that pressure. Attack that pressure. Also, got to make shots. You know, the name of the game is putting the ball through the hoop. And you got to make sure that you can score with Douglass, because they can score a lot, especially if they're turning you over. And also, not get dominated on the glass. Keep it close and have a chance to win at the end, Keith. All they want to do is just keep it close. And the closer it is to the end, the more pressure it is on Douglass, because they have been on a streak all year long.
Yeah, they have. Just 2 losses all year long, one to St. X and one to Great Crossing, and they're 20-2. And they come in on a 15-game winning streak. Henry Clay is having a good year. They're 17-5 coming into this one. Those are tonight's keys to the game, presented by Tech24. This broadcast is authorized by Henry Clay High School, with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you very much for watching. We'll come back with more on our pregame show, including the comments of Coach Daniel Brown in just a moment here on Glycod.
New year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational, solid career path.
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something in school. Sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Nothing's ever easy, especially in this district. What are your plans tonight? What are the keys to winning and getting these guys over here at Douglas?
Well, I think really preach to my team, like not everybody's got an opportunity like we got this week. We get a chance to knock off number 3 and number 5 in the same week, one at a time. So really challenging them after really a beat down from last time I saw you, Shane. Right. So as we talk, so obviously, Murray's got them playing so well together. I think, you can't really focus on one thing that they got there. For us, it's obviously rebounding. Last time they beat us up on the board, I think it's plus 18 or something. So we preached on that. So to me, it's not rebound, it's toughness.
Right.
We got to show us a little toughness because that's kind of been where we've kind of fell off a little bit. When we won Mass Central, we showed some toughness. Right. So now this is a different beast. So I think that, and then also just relax a little bit, get a good start. It seems like we're always starting off behind 13-2, 13-5. I showed them film from the last game. You look up, it's 15-3. Right. But then you look up, it's 22-19. With 2 minutes to go, we're with the ball. And then they finish up on a 7-0 run. So it's kind of like we got to do a better job at that, executing. We really focus on that, execute at the end of the quarters, and just kind of playing possession. So tonight, rebound is my number 1 concern, and then we'll go from there.
Well, he likes to junk it up a little bit. Speaking of Murray over at Douglas, 2-2-1 you, maybe full court you a little bit, and what do you think about that? What do you have to do to actually attack some of the junk defenses that he throws on you from time to time?
You know, we worked on that, so you kind of find tendencies. So we'll see if the scout works out. You know, that's what I'd say. You know, there's some tendency he likes to do when the ball's in a certain place. You're right, Murray does a great job of getting them guys in certain lineups. He likes certain defense, so I've noticed that. So we understand that, so we have a game plan to kind of go against that. And I think, Sean, the base things get organized. You know, make a play. You know, as you know, as a former coach, we can put them in spot. You got to make a play. So I need my top players to play well. That's what the bottom line.
Well, it seems to me coming in here with confidence is the major key. Being able to battle and sustain. And Coach, I know you're gonna have a right tonight. And good luck to you. And I'll see you after the game, man.
I appreciate it. We're going to play extremely hard. I think, again, we got a little bad taste in our mouth. Got beat up at home, got a little embarrassed, got humbled, all those things. But at the same time, you got to close that book, close that chapter, and move on. You know, we got a big battle tonight, and they're on a big winning streak, and hopefully we can stop that. I've been on them winning streaks. It's not easy, so let's hope we can change it tonight.
Coach, good luck.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Appreciate you, man.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Back at Henry Clay High School, tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Roosters, a fun, casual place and a great place to watch tonight's game on Glycod. Visit any of their 3 Central Kentucky locations or order online at roosterswings.com. First of all, for the visiting Frederick Douglass Broncos, it'll be DeMarcus Surratt in the starting lineup. He'll be wearing number 3, and he is a 6'4 junior, averaging about 15 points a game. He'll be joined in that starting lineup by number 10, Avion Chenault. Chenault, a 6'2 senior, averaging about 9 points a game. One of several Douglas players who has been part of that great football program. He's a wide receiver headed for Western Michigan, and he has been a great contributor to the basketball team as well. Number 24, Logan Busen, another football veteran, 6'2 senior. He averages 5.5 points a game, about 5 rebounds a game, and he can get some tough rebounds for Frederick Douglass. J.J. Jenkins will wear number 2. He is a 6'2 senior, has had a 24-point game. That was against Great Crossing, one of the 2 defeats suffered by Frederick Douglass this year. And Great Crossing, as we've seen, has a great basketball team. And the 5th starter, number 13, Tate Robinson, a great long-range shooter. He'll be wearing number 13, a 6'2 junior. Had 16 points as a season high against Bryan Station. And, Sean, as we look over that Douglas lineup, it is a variety of athletes who can score in different ways and do different things for their team.
Yes, it is, and they're better in transition. The faster they play, the better they play, and also they like that style of play because it keeps them in rhythm. You know, DeMarcus Surratt is not a great three-point shooter, but he makes a lot when the game's going on. And also, J.J. Jenkins, you know, is a transfer from Woodford County. He's the guy who can make shots a little bit more so than everybody else, shooting 30% from 3. Then we all know about Tate Robinson, one of the best shooters around, you know, shooting 51% from the 3. Has had us of 16 points. Don't shoot enough for me, but, man, when you need a bucket, especially down the stretch, he's the one who sticks a dagger in you with the 3. And then you got the big-time athlete, you know, Avion Chenault, who's the big-time football player but was a major player last year on the Douglas run on the basketball team. And he's back, and he just come back about maybe 6 games ago. But Murray's actually implemented him in the starting lineup, and ever since he's been in there, Douglas has been on a roll.
And Douglas comes in at 20 wins and 2 losses at this point in the season. Henry Clay 17-5 on the year. Here's their lineup for tonight. Number 1 is Jackson Steffen, their leading scorer, just under 18 points a game, a 6'4 junior. He has had a 32-point game this year. That was against Lafayette back on January 26. He's had 4 double-doubles this year in 8 games of 20 or better. Steffen wears number 1. Number 4 is A.J. Dixon, 6'2 senior. He's averaging 13 points, about 4.5 rebounds a game. Had an 18-point game against Western Hills earlier this year. That was back in December. Number 3 is Kason Brown, the coach's son, and the point guard. He is a 6-foot senior and averages 12.5 points a game. Had a high of 23 against Sayre back on January 3rd, and he has made 45 3-point goals this year. So look for a lot from Kason Brown tonight. Number 2 is Cade Highlander. Highlander, a 6'3 senior, averaging 8 points, about 3.5 rebounds a game. Had a big game against Scott County back on the 14th of January, 25 points that night for number 2, Cade Highlander. And Hassan Bush, number 22, a 6'5 senior. He'll have to bang on the boards with the players from Douglas tonight. 12.7 rebounds a game, shooting 67% from the field. And Sean, Coach Daniel Brown has some talent on this team, some guys who can make the 3-point shot. Jackson Steffen can slash to the basket as well, so he's got some weapons too.
Yeah, he does, and the major key tonight is Kason Brown, his son. He's got to be able to keep his guys, you know what I'm saying, level-headed, be strong with their ball. He's got to be the maestro tonight to handle that pressure and get the ball where it needs to be. And also, he's got to hit open shots when he's open too and make free throws. But the main thing is controlling the tempo and also being able to take advantage of attacking Douglas's pressure defense when need be.
And when Douglas uses that pressure defense, they, like a lot of teams that employ that defense, things can really, the snowball can roll downhill in a hurry. If you lose your composure, it's so important, as you mentioned, for Kason and whoever is handling the ball to maintain that composure and attack that press. And if you make a mistake, don't let it turn into 2 mistakes.
Exactly, you know, and then also get the ball across half court and then run your stuff. Don't let them rush you. But if you have numbers when you break the press, then go score because they don't have major shot blockers. But if you don't have it, bring it out, run your stuff, be strong with your ball, and don't let them knock you off your cuts.
What about this season that Douglas is having? I mean, it's 20-2, and the 2 teams they've lost to, St. X and Great Crossing, are great teams. St. X beat them 72-55 back on December 21st, and Great Crossing a 78-70 win back on Friday, December 13th. Both of those games been a long time ago now. A lot of basketball has been played this year, but Douglas really on a roll since then.
Well, I'll tell you what's made them so successful this season. Coach Murray Garvin has the right recipe. And you know what that is? That's everyone. Everyone comes to the party. Everyone contributes. Everyone is bought into what he's brought to the table as far as coaching philosophy. There's organization. There's camaraderie. There's enthusiasm. They've never had a bad day. Even on a loss, I've never seen them on the bench with their head down. There's, from the coaches all the way down to the last player, everybody's always upbeat with that championship mentality, and that festers, and that's the reason why they're one of the top teams, not only in the district or the region, but in the state of Kentucky.
And you may have heard in his pregame comments, he mentioned that he had a hard hat award that he gives to his players for the hard work, the bumps and bruises that you get sometimes when you got to play basketball the right way and be aggressive. And I would think that would be an award that would sit well with you. You might like to have a hard hat award for your teams.
No doubt about it. You got to throw a carrot out there, and you reward what you're supposed to reward. And you reward the guy who gives it up for the team. And I was in a locker room with him one time after a win, and I saw that, and everybody wants that award. So everybody is fighting each other. When you're fighting each other, your whole team, for making tough plays and consistent tough plays, you got something going. And that's one of the reasons why Douglas has been so successful.
And for Henry Clay, just the opposite situation as far as the coaching experience tenure goes, because Murray Garvin in his first year and is the fourth Douglas coach in 4 years. Meanwhile, Daniel Brown in his 19th season at Henry Clay, 374 wins, 204 losses at Henry Clay. He has been a great fit here, and the continuity has been good for the program, and he is, as Murray Garvin himself said, one of the respected coaches in Kentucky.
Well, how can you not be? You've lasted for 19 seasons. You know, you've won over almost 400 games, and you know, you've done everything that a high school coach can do except for get to the Sweet 16, and I know that's coming for him, and that takes Jim and Joe's. But he's maximized every year the talent that's come through the doors of Henry Clay, and he's done a miraculous job, and that's the reason why he's always having winning seasons. He's always a tough out, and he's going to go down as one of the best coaches to ever coach around in this area.
Henry Clay and Frederick Douglass coming up in just a few minutes. We'll take a break and be back with more in just a moment on Glycod.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for the real world. College for your world. Tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville. Movement that inspires. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Mathnasium of East and West Lexington, changing lives through math. Roosters, a fun, casual place for wings and more. Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky, Community Action Council, New Vista, Tech 24, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, and Fast Signs. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
Back at Henry Clay High School, just a few minutes away from game time now as we get set for Henry Clay and Frederick Douglass tonight here at Al Pruitt Court at Henry Clay High School. Our officials for tonight's ball game, Andre Williams, Dave Pugh, and Jody Hellard. That's our officiating crew for tonight as the Broncos take on the Blue Devils here at Henry Clay. Sean, you coached in many, many games this period of time, these last few minutes before the game. You've done, I guess, about everything you can do. You just have to wait and let everybody finish warm-ups, or anything in particular you're looking for at this particular time in the pregame?
Well, like they always say, all the hay's in the barns.
Yes.
You know, you prepared. You had a snow day. You know, it's go time now. You know, you know who's the best players. You know what you got to do. It's just all about going out and doing it at a rapid level with great enthusiasm and passion.
when you're at this stage and the teams are taking their final warm-ups, you've already done whatever pregame talk you're going to do. Do you go into the game with different feelings at that point? Sometimes you think, okay, they're ready, I know they're ready, or then maybe other times you're thinking, I'm not sure I got through to them this time.
Well, you could tell by looking in their eyes if you've been around them long enough. You know, you get a great feel, body language, the way they're looking at you, if they got pop in their step, if they're talking stuff, if the music's jumping. I always said that I better not come in the locker room and the music's not jumping.
Yeah.
I don't like quiet locker rooms because quiet locker rooms means you're overthinking. You know, I don't believe in all that keep it quiet. No, this is a game of basketball. This is athletics. And you're going to be around noise. And you got to be able to embrace that noise and become comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. So it's all about, you know, preparing before you get there. Then, you know, as the game goes on, you make adjustments here or there. But this time in the season, you've seen them play several times. You've actually played against them once. Maybe some wrinkles here or there. But at the end of the day, it's about those Jim and Joes and what they're going to do once they get out there on that court.
So we'll see what happens here in just a few minutes as we're coming up about ready for introductions of starting lineups to this crowd here at Henry Clay tonight. And it looks like it'll be a pretty decent crowd as we had snow today and a snow day in Fayette County schools. I think they had one of those NTI days where the kids learn from home, but nobody attended school today. But Douglas just traveling across town, and by across town, just 3 or 4 miles, I guess, over to Frederick Douglass. So not a big journey for the Broncos, and they are here and ready to go. And we got a nice crowd on hand tonight, too, even though there may be another game going on across town that might draw a little attention tonight as well. So the Broncos are around Coach Murray Garvin as he gives a fist bump to each of his guys as they come by, and he's had to put this team together, but they've also had to get to know him too. First-year coach, that's always a new challenge.
Always, and no matter how good your team is, what they did last year, how many guys you got coming back, there's still a newness. You know, he has a new way of doing things, and I'm just so proud of how he's gotten everybody to buy into what he's done. But you know, that goes to say, you know, he's not a spring chicken at this coaching thing.
Right.
He may be a spring chicken coaching in Fayette County, but he's not a spring chicken at coaching basketball at the highest level. And he's one of the great ones, and Fayette County's very, very fortunate to have a Murray Garvin coaching one of your high schools.
Yeah, Murray Garvin coached in college. He coached at Clinton Junior College in Rock Hill, South Carolina from 2001 to 05, had a 61-21 record, and then coached at South Carolina State from 2012 to 2021, record of 82-168. It's tough to have a winning record at schools in the South Carolina State situation because you got to play the first month of your season making money for your athletics department, playing some very, very tough competition.
Been there, done that.
Yes, that's right. He was also the MEAC Coach of the Year back in 2016. So a 42nd district matchup coming up here tonight as Douglas tries to maintain its undefeated record in district play. They've nailed down that #1 seed. And we will meet the starting lineups here just momentarily as Henry Clay takes on Frederick Douglass for the second time this year. They met earlier this season, and Douglass was a winner by a score of 66-54 back on Tuesday, January 21st. We'll have more from Henry Clay High School in just a moment. We'll take a break here on Clycott.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for the real world. College for your world. Tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville. Movement that inspires. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Mathnasium of East and West Lexington, changing lives through math. Roosters, a fun, casual place for wings and more. Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky, Community Action Council, New Vista, Tech 24, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, and Fast Signs. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School Basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
Back at Henry Clay, and we'll get a special presentation before the ball game, get the introduction of the starting lineups as well, and then we'll get this one underway. And Sean, we're here in nearly mid-February now, and that means tournament time is approaching, and this is the time for these coaches and players to get everything pointed in the same direction, and your goal is to get ready for that tournament competition.
No doubt about it, and this is a great test for Henry Clay, and not only that, I want to see how mentally tough Douglas is as far as taking care of business. You know, they're on paper, they should win this basketball game, but you never know what happens, especially when you're on the road. Even though it's just right up the street, it's still another basketball game to be played, and you got to come with a professional attitude and take care of business, because this Henry Clay's team is hungry, and they want a signature win going into the district.
Special presentation now is for the Henry Clay boys soccer state champions 2024, and they are being honored now, and fans applaud as they stand at midcourt in the state championship for the Blue Devils in soccer, boys soccer in 2024. And of course, as we look around this building, Sean, it's a great athletics tradition here at Henry Clay. It was an earlier game this season. We had Steve Miller on with us. You connected with him, and he came on with us for a few minutes. He was Mr. Basketball back in 1984 and led the team to the state championship in 1983, that 35-33 triple overtime win over Carlisle County. But some nice history, and nice to look around the building and see that saluted.
It's been a lot of tradition, even in football. You know, you got Frank Minifield, you got Michael Scaris, who went off to Purdue. You got some major players who's played college, James Lee. You know, you got some Leslie Nichols. So there's been a lot of big-time tradition here at Henry Clay High School.
And for Douglas, well, they're building their tradition. They have been in existence only a few years, but certainly have made their mark in both football and basketball, and they have some outstanding athletes. And now Murray Garvin there, I'm sure, is going to stabilize the coaching situation, and they're 20-2 on the year. We're meeting the Douglas 5 tonight. Surratt, Chenault, Busen, Jenkins, and Robinson for the Broncos tonight. And now we'll meet the homestanding Henry Clay Blue Devils. Record of 17-5. Here is Jackson Steffen. We're number 1 in white tonight. There's Cason Brown. He'll have the responsibility of at least getting things started against that Douglas pressure tonight for Henry Clay. There is A.J. Dixon. Dixon wearing number 4, 6'2" senior. And Trevor Evans getting the start tonight. And then Hassan Bush. So Trevor Evans, kind of a late change there in the Henry Clay lineup. But that's the lineup for the Blue Devils. They'll be in the white tonight, and Frederick Douglass in the dark uniforms as we get set for action here at Henry Clay tonight. And again, our officiating crew tonight: Andre Williams, Dave Pugh, and Jody Hellard officiating the ball game. Sean, when you come out and you see the officiating crew, I'm sure you got to know the guys over the period of time you're in a conference, and you're filled with either a sense of relief or a sense of dread, I suppose. Huh?
You know who you're going to have problems with, you know who you're not. And also, you could tell just by that handshake how this game's going to go, too. So, you know, got a lot of experience in that.
You get a scout on them, too, I guess.
Oh, no doubt about it.
We're just about set to go. Hope you enjoy our broadcast on Glycod tonight. There's the toss in the air, and Douglas will get the first possession. Broncos on the attack in offensive court. There's Surratt.
Henry Clay's coming out in man.
Off the top of the key, Jenkins can't get it to fall, and Bush has it for Henry Clay, and now the Blue Devils have a chance to break out on top.
Well, Henry Clay's got to find a way to penetrate the paint, get the ball inside the paint. Anytime you get the ball inside the paint, good things happen. It puts more pressure on the defense. Either you're going to get a layup, a dip down, or a wide open three.
Jason Brown covered up over there by Robinson. Get it to Evans, right side, Steffen. Into the lane, turnaround shot is in the air, and it won't fall. Out of bounds, and it'll be back to Henry Clay.
Good offensive possession right there by Henry Clay. Then the ball got into the paint, decent turnaround jump shot, just didn't fall. But great offense, though.
Brown puts it in play to Steffen. There's Dixon, almost taken away. Now it is taken away, ends up in the hands of Robinson for Frederick Douglass. Chenault fires a cross-court pass. Robinson fires away, missed the shot, and the rebound in the hands of Steffen.
Henry Clay got lucky there. That's what we talked about at the start of the game. Got to be strong with your ball.
Jason Brown on the right side.
Now Casey's got to run the team. He's just got to make sure everybody's where they need to be.
Takes one out of the left corner, too long. Bounces over there. Evans picks it up, gets it back to Bush. He'll try a three. There's Chenault hustling after it, crashes into the bench over there, knocked over a chair. He's a little bit slow to get up, but he's okay.
Good hustle by both teams. Chenault used to falling there and banging up against some people. You
That's
know,
right.
He's a big-time football player.
He is a big-time football player. Chenault, a wide receiver. He's committed to Western Michigan. So he's going to be playing football for a while.
Yes, he is.
Come in contact with the water cooler over there. It's going to dry off a little bit.
Thank God it's just water. It could be sticky if it was Gatorade.
That's right. Now we're waiting for Henry Clay to put it back in play. Minute and a half gone. No scoring yet. Lob into Bush. Going against Busen. Now Dixon. Bush passed up the outside shot that time. Dixon takes one and hits it.
Great start for Henry Clay. Dixon. Hand down, man down.
3-0 lead for Henry Clay. There's Jenkins on the drive. Lost it off his leg, looked like. And out of bounds. No, somebody deflected it. It'll go back to Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, that's a great start for Henry Clay. 2 good defensive stops. Finally hit a 3. Let's see if they can sustain, Keith.
2 minutes gone in the game. Chenault takes it. Tried to go back out front, but Dixon anticipated, cut it off. Ball's deflected away from him. Cason Brown lets it go. And now Robinson off for Douglass. Up to Surratt, a lob to Chenault, and can't quite convert.
Good play, just didn't finish it.
And now a steal. Here's Jackson Steffen out in front. Shots blocked from behind by Chenault. Cason Brown puts it back up and in, and he'll go to the line.
Great follow-up by Cason Brown. Didn't give up on the play.
Chenault came up from behind, blocked the shot. Looked like Steffen had enough clearance to get to the basket and make it, but Brown was right there, hustling on the fast break, and he gets a chance for a three-point play, and he's got it.
Great start by Henry Clay. And everything was predicated off their defense. Got to stay solid defensively. No turnovers. They may have a chance in this game.
6-0 Blue Devils. A drive by Surratt, and he is fouled as he goes in there.
Well, Surratt's one of the better players in this area, averaging 15-9 a game. He's one of the dynamic players in the state of Kentucky right now, and he showed why then.
He's going to go to the line, 6'4" junior, so he'll be back for one more year of high school basketball. Had 27 against Ballard back on December 11th, and also against Madison Central.
This kid has a future.
Makes the first to get Douglass on the board. Well, Henry Clay getting off to that good start. Daniel Brown had talked about it, and you had too. That was a key thing for them because they've not done that in a few games.
Yes, it was, and it starts with their defense. You know, being solid, challenging guys at the rim, no straight beeline baskets, limiting them to one shot, and also turned them over a couple times.
Jackson Steffen driving, cut off by Busen into Dixon. Nice shot.
Uh-oh. Henry Clay came to play tonight.
Blue Devils exciting the home crowd with an 8-2 start. Nice pass by Surratt, but Busen unable to hit the shot. And Steffen comes up with it for Henry Clay.
Another big-time stop right there. Busen missed a point-blank layup.
Steffen off to Dixon.
Pressure defense by Douglas.
Steffen looking for some room, but Jenkins is right there. Dixon on the side. Driving is Brown. He's shut off by Robinson. There's Dixon looking for room in the lane. Finds a little bit and makes the jumper.
Okay, Dixon. Dixon scored, what, seven of their 10 points.
7 of 10. It's a 10-2 Henry Clay lead. Cade Robinson with the ball. There is Busen. And now the jumper by Jenkins. It falls in, and he was fouled.
Good play right there by Jenkins. Didn't get the handoff, came right back and got it to a one-dribble pull-up.
Highlander with the foul. Terry Kaysen into the ball game for Frederick Douglass, a 6'2 junior. Nault is out. And the shot stays in for Jenkins.
Good, 59% free throw shooter. Went up there and hit his first one.
Highlander got it across to Bush.
See, that's what Henry Clay has to do. But you can't do that right there. Can't turn the basketball over. That was just an unforced turnover, being sloppy with your basketball.
Busen finds Kaysen underneath, but the shot's blocked. Back outside it goes. A shot by Jenkins not there. Into the corner. Brown retrieves it for Henry Clay. They've got a 10-5 lead. 3:15 to go in the first. Brown gets a step to the basket and lays it in.
Tough move by Brown. He's playing within himself, but he's playing aggressive, and that's what a point guard has to do. The ball's being moved from side to side, and he picks and chooses his time to attack. And that was a great time after ball movement to do so.
Here is Surratt now spinning. And there's Robinson, an open jumper. Got it.
Can't leave him open. Best shooter in the district.
A three-pointer by Robinson makes it 12-8. And he had an awfully good look at it that time.
Yes, he did.
Bounce in the middle. Highlander, nice fake. Tried to go underneath. Steffen had to retrieve it. Now fires away from the corner.
Yeah, that was a tough shot right there. Could have got something better.
Surratt driving, speeds up the pace, and a blocking foul will go against Kaysen Brown. That comes with 2:18 to go.
Yeah, Daniel Brown didn't like that call.
You mentioned Kaysen started finding that happy medium between aggressive and overly aggressive or careless. You know, it's got to be important, right?
As a point guard, you got to know when to go, and know when not to go. And the main thing is making sure everybody's intact, especially if you can break your guy down and score whenever you want. The key is getting everybody involved, making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. Then you pick and choose when you're supposed to go.
Pass comes in, and Brown takes it away from Kaysen, drives for the basket, blocked from behind. Rebound slapped away. Robinson's got it for Frederick Douglass. He's looking for help and almost walked. Did he walk? Yes, he did.
I'll tell you what, Henry Clay's beating Douglass at their own game. The game's kind of murky a little bit. You know, pressure here, pressure there, and Henry Clay's coming up with the ball.
They're getting some steals and getting some at least layup opportunities out of that. Douglass has had to make a couple of saves on the transition baskets, but the Devils still lead at 12-8. Here is Dixon with the shot, bounces away. Steffen wades in, gets the rebound, but has it taken away. Now it's knocked away from behind and out of bounds. It'll go back to Douglass. It was Kakari Talbert in there, number 4, had the ball knocked away from behind.
I'll tell you what, Henry Clay is playing with a lot of grit and enthusiasm right now. Back tipping, playing with a lot of energy, leaving it all out on the floor. Matter of fact, they're out hustling, out toughing Douglas right now at this point.
The Devils came out just the way they wanted to and have built an early lead. Here's a shot underneath by Kaysen, not there, and there is Bush with a strong rebound.
Henry Clay's challenging every shot at the rim, not giving up on plays. So keep moving the ball from side to side.
Kaysen Brown looks inside for Steffen along the baseline, tries to force one up and can't. Blocked away, and to Talbert, has it knocked away at midcourt. Devils have it back. Steffen again going for the basket, and this time a foul.
Wow. I like the competitiveness that Henry Clay's bringing to the table tonight. Not giving up on plays, second chance opportunities.
Yeah, we saw Robinson get a couple of good looks, but other than that, every Douglas possession, there's been a lot of challenging and tough defense, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. And right now, Henry Clay is a little step faster and a little step juicier than Douglas at this point. See, at this time right now, it's a big-time district game, Keith, and Henry Clay has nothing to lose but a lot to prove, you know, and whereas Douglas, you know, they're the team to beat. And they got to continue to match everybody's enthusiasm and start every night. And tonight, I don't think that they've done that thus far. They got to pick it up a little bit.
Good touch by Steffen. Hits both free throws, and it's 14-8. Henry Clay on top of Frederick Douglass as we come down to the 1:15 mark in the first quarter.
Tell you what, Henry Clay's coming out with every little half and three-quarter court pressure, too.
There's Talbert.
Now they're in 2-3 zone. Seems like matchup.
On the outside, Chenault back in the ballgame. Here's a shot out of the corner. Not there for Jenkins, and rebounded by Steffen. Here come the Blue Devils.
And you know what? I think that's a great strategy by Daniel Brown. Make Douglas make jump shots. And that's something that they don't do on a regular basis.
Trevor Evans for Henry Clay.
Running their offense.
28 seconds in the first quarter.
Stall offense right here. Good.
Double team results in a deflection and a steal. Driving is Jenkins, puts it up too hard. Devils get it back, 15 seconds. Jackson Steffen finds Brown underneath, the fake, the shot, and it's good. 16-8, final seconds. Driving shot by Talbert, not there, and there's the end of the first quarter. And it's a good one for Henry Clay. The Blue Devils on top, 16-8, and we'll take a break, come right back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment here on Glycod.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
(16-8) the score. Henry Clay on top after the first quarter, and Sean, I'm not sure how it could have gone much better for the Blue Devils. They did what they had wanted to do and had good results.
What was one of the keys? Great start.
Yep.
And they had one, and what was one of the keys for Douglas? Couldn't allow Henry Clay to have a great start. Now they're in a basketball game. You know, they're down 8. Let's see what type of character they have, and let's see how strong can Henry Clay sustain this type of energy and effort as we go into the second quarter.
So what do you, if you're Murray Garvin now, your team's down by 8. I mean, that's not a big margin this early in the ball game, but at the same time, they've got to have a little bit of a wake-up call from when they saw what happened in the first quarter.
Oh, no doubt about it. You know, and I'm sure that end of that first quarter, he let them know that, you know, to wake up. You know, they're out hustling us right now. They're out toughing us, and you guys' heads not in the game. You got to get your heads in the game and get back to what brought us here.
Henry Clay opens with possession in the second quarter, leading by 8. Kaysen Brown handling the ball. Now long one by Steffen. Not there. Trevor Evans waited in, got the rebound, couldn't hold it, hit the sideline, but he was right there in position.
Yes, he was. And that was another opportunity to get an offensive rebound, but like we're seeing, Henry Clay has beaten Douglas to basketballs. They're out hustling them right now. And this is normally what Douglas does to other teams.
Henry Clay just seems to have been a step quicker so far in this game, and we are very early in the second quarter. The Devils with an 8-point lead. Henry Clay 17-5 on the year, having a good year themselves. Douglas at 20-2. And lost only to two top-flight teams, Great Crossing and St. X. There's a long one off the right side by Talbert. It's good.
I'll tell you what, he doesn't start anymore since Avion Chanel's come back. But he's the straw that stirs the coffee.
Jason Brown, a long one, not there. Battle for it. Busen, I believe, knocked it out of bounds. He was on the floor after it, but couldn't come up with it. Knocked it out of bounds. Henry Clay will put it in play.
Great hustle by Bush.
Highlander gets the ball and looks for a teammate. Into Cason Brown it comes. Right to Bush along the baseline. The spinning hook is not there.
Look at
Stephen
that.
Got a nice bounce and put it in.
Tell you what, the basketball gods always reward the hustle teams. The ball's just, and when you just out there playing and losing yourself in the game, the ball just finds you, especially in scoring opportunities like that.
They found Stephen that time, and he converted the opportunity into 2 points, and it's now 18-11. Busen battling hard, puts it up and in.
Tough shot by Busen right there. He earned that one.
Busen will get some tough buckets before
Bush,
it's over.
That was good defense by Bush. Better offense.
18-13 now. Douglas down by 5 as the Blue Devils handle the ball. Long one by Brown. Good for Cason Brown.
The ball's moved from side to side, and Cason Brown's taking advantage of it. He's making shots tonight. But I'm telling you right now, every time I see this kid in a big-time game, he gives it. He always tries to show up. And right now, I just told him to just play within yourself and give your team a chance, and that's what he's doing tonight.
Here's a long one off the right side by Surratt. That one's not there. Battle for the rebound. Robinson came up with it. Back to Surratt, the give and go, and he's gone for the basket.
That's what Douglas does. They create second chance opportunities to score.
That shot in and out by Stephen, but retrieved over on the right side by Highlander. Stephen's got another try. And that
one's good. Wow! Another second chance opportunity, another hustle play by Henry Clay. Just snatching balls out of Douglas's hands.
And a beautiful shot by Jackson Stephen gives Henry Clay a 9-point lead. Now in the corner, and inside it goes to Chenault. Back out to the corner on the deflection, and Surratt is there to drain the three.
Needed that. Big-time bucket by Surratt.
Pulls him back to within 6.
Henry Clay's going to dare Douglas to make shots all night. Just got to make sure they limit him to one shot.
Bush with it out front. Now driving is Highlander. Flips it up and in.
Big time play by Highlander. Jab step, crossover to the middle of the paint. Puts it up in the air and one, Keith.
First 2 for Highlander. Travis Jones in the ball game, number 5 for Frederick Douglass. And Noah Jones, 14 in white, in the ball game for Henry Clay.
Tell you what, Henry Clay's playing with a great sense of confidence right now.
Highlander hits the free throw.
That's why, Keith, every game's a major game in this district. And this district's that good to where any team can get beat at any given night.
And a lot of these guys, they know each other. They played for, with, and against each other coming up through the ranks.
Oh, yeah.
Robinson off to Busen, driving in the lane, puts it up, not there. And the rebound out of bounds. And they're going to, well, they signaled that it was Henry Clay's ball, but it is going to go to Frederick Douglass.
Yeah,
I'm sure he just must have just pointed the wrong way, because I don't think there was a Douglas player in the immediate vicinity. Inbounds pass, and now we'll get a foul on Cason Brown for holding.
That wasn't very smart by Cason Brown. He's already got 1. Now he has 2 before the half.
27-18, Henry Clay led by 8 at the end of the first quarter. 16-8, and now 4.5 minutes to go in the second. They lead by 9.
Henry Clay's staying in that packed-in zone.
Travis Jones driving. Bounce pass in the corner to Talbert and inside to Busen. He is surrounded and then gets it back out to Jones, who starts down the middle, lost his footing, and now it's tapped away from Steffen. Douglas has it back. Here is Chenault driving for the basket, and he is fouled as he started in.
Another third foul on Kason Brown.
Third foul on Brown comes with 4:07 to go in the second. And Chenault to the line. Left-hander makes the first one. Chenault 53% from the line. Made the first and gets the second. So 2 for 2, and now we'll get several substitutions for Douglas.
Yeah, I think Murray's using his depth to kind of wear Henry Clay down a little bit, especially while Kason Brown's on the bench.
We see Nate Cohen in the game for the first time. He's wearing number 12 in the dark uniform. Crossing the line is Dixon. Nobody stopped him. He takes it in.
Aggressive move by Dixon. And that's how you have to attack the pressure, Keith. You just got to keep going. Douglas doesn't have any shot blockers. Once you get past that first set of guys, the floor's wide open.
Christopher Wright with the 3 for Douglas. It's at 29-23. Spinning move by Dixon, hits the floor as he got into the lane, and a foul.
Yeah, Murray Garvin's getting on his guys for not playing the defense that they've been playing. I'm sure he didn't like, a guy coming all the way, going coast to coast and getting a point-blank layup.
Kason drew the foul. Kason picked up the foul, his first, and now 2 shots coming for Dixon.
Tell you what, A.J. Dixon's coming to play tonight.
I'll show him with 9, now 10 points. 6'2" senior. This is the second, but there's Steffen to grab the rebound.
Another offensive rebound.
Gets his shot off and puts it in.
Look at that. Jackson Steffen, leading scorer for the Blue Devils.
There's Surratt off the top of the key, and he hits.
I see you, Surratt.
Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout for Henry Clay with 3:16 to go in the second quarter. Douglas hanging in there despite all the aggressive play and these transition baskets, but they trail by 6 now. 32-26 the score. Henry Clay leading Douglas, and we'll be right back on Glycod.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Sean, Henry Clay continues that aggressive style, a great hustle, and Douglas is getting some threes to keep them close at this point.
Well, Douglas knows how to make plays, and they'll find a way to get back in this game, but I'm just so impressed with the way Henry Clay's playing and with their energy and effort. Look at that right there.
As Bush missed the shot but drew the foul. I believe it was Cohen.
We didn't see this type of energy and effort against Great Crossing last week, Keith.
That's true, yes.
When you get hit in the mouth, and like Daniel Brown said, gave him a little humble pie, woke him up a little bit, and they're ready to play against this Douglas team tonight.
All right, now we get a delay as I think we had someone walking behind the basket, so 2 shots for
Miss Donna Robinson, longtime cheerleading coach in Fayette County. She's she did more years here at Henry Clay. Now she's over at Douglas. She's been a great ambassador to women around here, and especially in Fayette County schools.
Second shot, no good for Bush. Leaves it at 33-26. Henry Clay on top at the 3-minute mark in the second quarter. Wright slipped and kept on the dribble. Retained possession. Now Surratt driving and puts it in off the board.
Tough move by Surratt.
12 points for him unofficially. 33-28. Now it's left on the floor, picked up by Jenkins, who heads for the other end, and Steffen chases him down and fouls him as he put it up.
Yeah, these are the mistakes that Henry Clay can't make. But when your point guard's out with 3 fouls, you know, sometimes you get discombobulated.
Murray Garvin talking to the official. I don't know if it was about the severity of the foul maybe, or they came down on him, but I don't know.
I'll tell you what, Henry Clay's been very physical in this game tonight, and the refs are letting them play. But it's been really just contact, you know, fair contact. They just, you know, they're hitting, you know, Douglas, you know, first, and they're the aggressor.
Here's J.J. Jenkins at the line for 2 shots now. And the first one is right there for Jenkins.
But Douglas shows why they're the team that they are. They've been down before. They've been in tough games before.
Yeah, that great come-from-behind win at Bryan Station.
Yes.
That was a tough one.
Yes.
Now Douglas back to within 3 with 2:38 to go. And now we'll take a timeout here with 2:38 to go in the second quarter. 33-30 the score. Henry Clay on top. We'll be right back on Glycod.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back at Henry Clay, Keith Elkins along with Sean Woods. Scott Moore is our producer tonight. Joe O'Malley is our camera operator. And we've seen a good one up to now, Sean. 33-30 the score with the home team Henry Clay in front and really playing hard tonight.
Yes, they are. And they've answered the bell thus far. But I'll tell you what, Douglas is on a roll now, trying to find their way a little bit, kind of hitting their stride. But Henry Clay's got to hold on. Can't turn the basketball over. That leads to transition situations for Douglas, which that's the best way they score.
Douglas, DeMarcus Surratt has unofficially 12 points in this first half to lead the Broncos. A couple of players in double figures for Henry Clay.
You know Marcus Surratt's going to show up.
Henry Clay gets it into offensive court.
So they're doing a good job of handling Douglas's pressure. Now run your offense.
Steffen starts on the dribble. Now flips it over to Dixon. Guarded by Cohen. Dixon fakes, gets it inside. Good position for Bush and can't get the shot to fall. Rebound to Busen of Douglas. Ahead it goes. Here is Jenkins to the basket and gets the layup and a foul, and he could tie the game.
Here they come. Turning defense into offense. Douglas Broncos, that's what they do.
3 fouls on Steffen, 3 fouls on Steffen, 3 fouls on Brown for Henry Clay, so they are in some trouble heading into the second half.
Yes, they are, but Douglas just keeps coming at you. They just keep coming at you.
Jenkins hits the free throw, and they're all even at 33.
So it just wears you down. And it's hard for Henry Clay right now without their point guard. Good.
Nice entry pass to Steffen.
Good
he
execution.
gets the layup.
Good execution by Henry Clay versus their pressure.
Henry Clay moves back in front, 35-33. Busen, free throw line jumper, and hits it. All even at 35 now with a minute and a half to go.
Good penetration by Chris Wright.
Nice pass inside. Highlander gets it to fall.
Same song for Henry Clay, breaking their pressure, playing with confidence.
Busen right off the free throw line this time and can't get that one to go. That one rolls off the rim. And the Devils have it with 1:05 to go.
Just get it across. Now run your stuff.
Highlander fakes, drives to the basket, flipped it up going by, but there's Bush to put it in.
Big time rebound by Bush and put back.
39-35. Get a timeout for Frederick Douglass. 44.5 seconds to go. 39-35. Henry Clay on top. And we will take a break and be right back on Glycod.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Coming toward the end of the first half. Henry Clay led 16-8 at the end of the first quarter. They now lead by 4. It was tied just a moment ago, but Henry Clay has bounced back from the Douglas rally and now leads by 4 as the Broncos handle it.
Well, the Broncos has done a great job of getting back into this game.
There's the lob, and Chenault finishes.
Great play call by Murray Garvin out of a timeout.
Surratt to Chenault, and the dunk puts 2 more on the board for Frederick Douglass. It's now 39-37, Henry Clay. Dixon has it taken away. Busen deflected it. Here's Robinson with it. 10 seconds left for the Broncos to do something. Off to Surratt. He looks for Robinson. He's got to look at it. It missed the three-point try. And there's the buzzer before Steffen could get that one away. 39-37 is the halftime score. And Sean, again, the second quarter also one that Henry Clay has to be pretty pleased with overall.
No doubt about it. You're playing against probably the number 1 team in the district. They've won, 20 some odd games. They're 20-2. And for you to come out in the second quarter and still be up at halftime by 2, hey, kudos to Daniel Brown. If I'm him, I'm going there and say, hey, we weathered the storm a little bit. Point guard's out. Another key player's got 3 fouls, but we can't turn the basketball over. We got to be sustained and be strong with our ball. And if we do that, 9 times out of 10, we've been scoring. So you got to continue to give yourself a chance. And when you do that, they don't get out in transition.
39-37, Henry Clay on top. We'll take a break, begin our halftime report in just a moment here on Glycod.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Mathnasium of East and West Lexington, sponsor of tonight's Scholar Athlete. Mathnasium unlocks the math potential in every child.
39-37 the score, and a good one here at Henry Clay. Blue Devils led it by 8 at the end of the first, and now clinging to a 2-point lead at halftime and playing very hard against this very talented Frederick Douglass team that came in at 20-2. Henry Clay having a good season on its own at 17-5, but they are in front tonight over Douglass. 39-37, 15-game winning streak for Douglass coming in. Henry Clay has won 6 of its last 7. Let's tell you about tonight's Scholar Athlete of the Week. It's brought to you by Mathnasium, changing lives through math. Our Scholar Athlete is Ella Detjen, Henry Clay cross-country senior, 10th overall at the 2024 City Championship meet. KHSAA Region 3rd place team and state qualifier, recipient of 2025 Cross Country Coaches Award, and first team academic All-State, a member of the yearbook staff here at Henry Clay. So congratulations to our Scholar Athlete of the Week. It's Ella Detjen, Henry Clay Cross Country Senior. I'm Keith Elkins along with Sean Woods. Scott Moore is our producer. Joe Malian is our camera operator. And Sean, we have really enjoyed watching these teams go back and forth in the first half. Henry Clay laying it all on the line, and Douglass, a great team hanging in there, and now within 2 here at the half.
I'll tell you what, I am so shocked, not shocked, but impressed with Henry Clay, like I said earlier, just the way they're competing tonight against Douglass. And I tell you what, who would have thought that Henry Clay would be winning on the backboard, especially on the offensive backboard? Yes. And that's the reason why they're winning tonight, because they've given themselves a lot more chances to score the basketball, more so than Douglass right now. But on the other hand, Douglass shows why they're the darling of the district right now, staying in this game. They could have folded, but this is not what they do. They came out flat, but now they're finally starting to find the rhythm later on in that second quarter.
Well, tonight's halftime stats are brought to you by Community Action Council, helping people and changing lives. Some unofficial scoring totals. DeMarcus Surratt, 12 points to lead Frederick Douglass. J.J. Jenkins had 8, and 4 each for Logan Busen. Avion Chenault for the Frederick Douglass Broncos. Christopher Wright came off the bench and hit a 3-pointer. The 3 points for him tonight. Henry Clay led by Jackson Steffen with 11, and Kason Brown with 10 tonight. Also, A.J. Dixon 10 points and some tough play inside for the Blue Devils tonight. But one other statistic that we see in the columns of both Jackson Steffen and Kason Brown, 3 fouls. So they've got to play a little bit carefully here in the second half, and that could hurt Henry Clay.
Well, that was one of the keys. Kason Brown has to stay in the moment and not pick up silly fouls like he did. Especially the first one was okay, but the second two was sometimes you just got to let go. You're too important to your basketball team, and that's one of the reasons why Douglas made a run, because he wasn't out there being the maestro controlling the tempo.
It's a 2-point lead for Henry Clay. We'll take another halftime break here and be back with the start of the second half in just a moment on Glycod.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
With Fast Signs, create custom deep sea signage that makes the wait a visual escape. Fast Signs, make your statement.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for youth.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals into your body.
And nicotine, which can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media.
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping.
Because when you talk, they hear you.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Central Kentucky Driving School, raising the bar in driver education. Man of War Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. And by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family.
And we're just about set to go here in the second half as Henry Clay holding a 39-37 lead over Frederick Douglass. The Broncos will put it in play with a chance to tie or take the lead as we get started in the second half. For the latest on all things high school athletics, including continuous score updates, visit Glycod.com. We enjoy what we do, and thank you for your support. Underway now in the second half as Surratt handles it for Frederick Douglass.
Henry Clay starts back out in the matchup zone.
Ball's deflected out of bounds. Douglass will get it back. And just like the start of the game was important to both teams, particularly Henry Clay, the start of this second half even more so, right?
Henry Clay cannot come out flat. They got to come out with the same energy and effort that they did in the first quarter.
Kason Brown and Jackson Steffen both starting this second half with those 3 fouls. Cross-court pass. Robinson with the try. And there is Highlander.
Wide open look by Robinson.
He will make a lot of those. Tate Robinson. Kason Brown.
Ball's going from side to side. That's a good thing. Now you drive it.
Dixon,
just like that.
Dixon got a step and put it in.
Great offense by Henry Clay. Playing with great poise.
12 points for A.J. Dixon. Now the short one by Busen almost found himself too open that time. And Henry Clay with the 4-point lead has it back. Stop and fire by Brown, and he banks it in.
I know it. The bank is closed. It's after 5 o'clock. But he broke in there tonight and made that one.
He got some special hours. He went by the ATM, I guess, still open. But he banked it in there, and that counts just like the ones that dropped so nicely through the net. Here's a shot from the corner by Chenault. No good. Busen got it back for him and gets it to Chenault for the basket.
That's what Douglas has to do. They got to create opportunities to get second chance shots. They're not a great three-point shooting team, so they got to go get it.
44-39, Henry Clay. Bounce pass to Highlander. Almost stumbled backward there, but got it away to Brown.
Henry Clay's got to settle down, move the ball from side to side like they've been doing. Pick and choose when you got to drive, when you have a drive.
Dixon decides to fire it from out there. Comes high off the board, off the rim, and saved by Brown. Behind the back save. Got it to Steffen. Puts it up. No good, but drew a foul.
Good save there by Kason Brown. I'm telling you, Henry Clay's still beating him to the ball. When things happen like that, it's just sign of the, you know what I mean, like something's going on in the water. And when the good teams, when the team that's supposed to be dominant is not dominant, it's because of hustle plays like that.
They got it back that time, and now here is Steffen at the line, fouling the second foul on Logan Busen, and Steffen sinks it. He had 11 in the first half.
After 17 points a game.
6'4" junior. (46-39). The lead back up to 7. Douglas has tied it a couple of times. Here's the shot out of the corner by Jenkins. Not there. Tapped outside. Out of bounds it goes. Douglas will retain possession. 5:42 in the third.
Coach Brown is standing with his zone, daring Douglas to make shots.
Surratt handling it for Frederick Douglass. This team has lost only 2 games all year. Here's the pass to Chenault, a hard drive. Can't get it to fall, though, and out of bounds it goes, and it'll go over to Henry Clay.
Point blank money right there. Douglas is pressing a little bit. Chenault normally makes shots like that.
Inbounds to Kason Brown. Got it to Steffen in the middle of the defense, and now they operate in offensive court.
Just run your stuff now. There you go. Get it reversed.
Back it goes to Bush, and then tapped away from him to Robinson, ahead to Surratt, and drives and lays it in.
That's what Douglas does, turn turnovers into points.
46-41. And we'll get a foul. Chenault picks up his second. Under 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Brown to put it in play, and it comes to Dixon. Steffen guarded by Robinson. There he goes down the left side of the lane, puts it up, but there is Chenault to reject it and out of bounds.
Showed that big-time athleticism of his.
He went up and got that one. He was anticipating that one.
Yes, he was.
Bush fakes. Gives it off to Dixon. Busen outside on him. Here's Dixon again. Highlander looking inside. Drives, pull-up jumper. Won't fall, and now the rebound by Chenault of Frederick Douglass.
That wasn't bad patience by Henry Clay there.
Pass fired over to the corner. Robinson short on the shot. Gets it back, though. Off to Jenkins driving, and he is fouled. First one on Bush.
Tell you what, Kason Brown got lucky there. I thought the foul would be on him.
Brown has 3 in the game, as does Steffen.
Referee spared him a little bit, Keith.
He still got the 3, and the foul instead went against Bush, his first. And that one's good by Jenkins. And it's now 46-43 as Douglas draws close again.
Yeah, Henry Clay needs to score here.
Driving is Highlander. Dixon trying to look for some room. Can't find any now. Backs it out of there.
Get the ball movement. Get some player movement.
Takes it off the top of the key and hits.
Oh. Hassan Bush only shooting 24% from 3, but he took that one like he makes them a lot of them.
Yeah, he looked pretty comfortable doing that one. And he gives him a 6-point lead. Tries to play the defense now, but picks up another foul.
Yeah, it's only his second one. Coach Garvin's trying to infiltrate that zone, get the ball in the middle of the paint. Either by penetration or pass.
Jenkins back to the line. Been there a lot tonight. Has that one crawl over the rim for him.
He's only shooting 60% from the free throw line. I think he's 100% tonight.
The lead is 5. And the second one bounces and stays in. 49-45. Henry Clay on top, 3:20 to go in the third. Chenault out on Brown. Now a foul. A timeout of Henry Clay, not a foul.
Great timeout.
Yeah, timeout for the Blue Devils with 3:12 to go in the third. 49-45 the score. Henry Clay on top. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. And new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
49-45 the score with 3:12 to go in the third. And Sean, every time Douglas looks like it's ready to make a run and pass by Henry Clay, the Devils come up with some good plays themselves. They've still got a 4-point lead.
It takes players to make plays, and I'll tell you what, that was a big-time play by Hassan Bush making that 3. You know, that can't do nothing but give the kid confidence. Henry Clay just got to sustain. No, don't turn the basketball over. Get great shots. You're shooting a great percentage from the field. And see what happens.
Blue Devils have the ball now out of the timeout. And underneath it goes. Steffen gets it to go from the left side.
Hey, 2 great coaches. That was a great timeout by Daniel Brown right there. Drawing up that play.
The lead is 6 after the basket by Jackson Steffen. Surratt on the drive. Pull-up jumper. Not there, and the rebound to Highlander. Has to rescue it after it almost bounced away from him. Dixon got it across the line. Brown fires away and hits it.
Bingo! He's playing so solid and poised tonight. Under control. Got his emotions intact, but he's still got that fiery spirit that you love.
Nailed that 3 that time, and it's a 9-point lead underneath. There is Jenkins with the basket.
Jenkins was able to sneak underneath the zone.
Now Murray Garvin wants to talk things over with a 30-second break. 54-47 is the score, and That was a big momentum, at least it stalled the momentum for Douglas by that big three-pointer by Kason Brown. Big shot.
I tell you what, I'll take a 3 instead of a 2 any day, and
Absolutely.
That's exactly what happened right there.
3 is more than 2, and he
yes, it is.
fired it in there from the left side, and he was more than a couple of steps behind the line, it looked like, too.
Yes, he
had
was.
some distance on that one. But Kason Brown is such a key part of this team, and for him to play with the composure that he's played with tonight, but without losing his aggression. And as you said, that's what he needs to do in your view. Is that correct?
That's the key. You know what I mean? He sort of gets exaggerated with his enthusiasm and passion. You got to control that a little bit because you're the head of the snake. And tonight he's playing as solid as he possibly can and as solid as I've seen him all year.
Here's more pressure by Douglas.
Get it across half court.
Brown with it. Driving, step back jumper, not there. Rebound comes to Talbert. He wants to hurry it up, gets it to Surratt. That side it goes. Jenkins, the pass is deflected. He was going for Robinson in the corner. Looked like he might have had a good look from there. The pass was deflected away and out of bounds.
Great rotation defensively by the Blue Devils.
Douglas down by 7 as they work in offensive court. And it goes in the middle. Claire with the fake, and now outside Robinson, a good look. Missed the shot. Can't get one to go tonight for Tate Robinson.
One of those days so far.
54-47 the score remains as we get into the late stages of the third quarter. 1:22 to go. Dixon got it back from Bush.
There you go. Take your time. You're winning.
Bush another three-point try. This one's short. Broncos come up court. Here is Talbert down the middle. Finds Robinson in the corner. That one kicks out, but it's a Douglas offensive rebound and the basket by Surratt, and he was fouled.
Big time play by Surratt. Offensive rebound, does what he does. Henry Clay's got to keep them off the glass. That's the best way they score right now. They're not making any shots. You got to limit them to one shot.
54-49. Evans back in the ball game. Highlander out for Henry Clay, and to the line is DeMarcus Surratt. That shot off to the right and rebounded by Bush. The score remains 54-49. Dixon faces a double team there at midcourt, but got rid of it to Bush. Now here's Evans along the baseline, got the layup.
Way to attack the pressure by Henry Clay. They didn't panic, they didn't get back on their heels. They passed it out of the trap, attacked the rim.
Now the lead is 7 again. Here's Surratt with a 3 off the left side. Good, and the lead is 4.
Big time players make big time plays, and Surratt is not surrendering right now.
16 seconds to go. Blue Devils with it, leading by 4.
Henry Clay got to make sure they get the last shot. You don't want Douglas ending this quarter on a turnover layup.
5 seconds left. Brown will work with it, and he is fouled as he started toward the lane. Talbert picks up the foul. Second on Talbert. Highlander back in the ball game, replacing Evans. Evans got a nice basket while he was in there.
Yeah, he did. Great contribution off the bench.
The lob for Bush, grabs it, puts it up, and it won't go, but he was fouled.
I just like the way Henry Clay is right now in this basketball game, the way they're handling Douglas's pressure, the poise that they're playing with. And we said they had to make some shots, Keith, and they're making some too tonight.
Jenkins, the foul, his first with 1.9 seconds. It'll be Bush at the line for 2, and he's got the first. 57-52. One more for Hassan Bush, the 6'5" senior. It's short. And the battle for the rebound. Out in the corner it goes, and the quarter comes to an end. 57-52. It's Henry Clay still in the lead after 3 quarters. And we'll be back with the start of the 4th quarter in just a moment on Glycod.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
One more quarter to go, a 5-point lead for Henry Clay as we start it. And Sean, the intensity of this game has never let up from the start, has it?
No, it hasn't, and it's being led by the Henry Clay Blue Devils. You know, they punched Douglas in the mouth early, and they're still punching. You know, and they got to continue to punch for the 8 minutes left in this game.
Brown with it. Now Bush down underneath, battling, and puts it in.
Great play by Daniel Brown. Swung it all the way around, created an angle for them to pass it down to Bush for a bucket, Keith.
Got the basket. Bush moves strong to the basket, got a good bounce on it. Now he'll get a chance for a 3-point play. Foul was on Claire, and he missed the shot.
They're staying in the zone.
Leaving the lead at 7.
This zone thus far has, even though he made that shot right there.
James Clare with his first basket
James
of the
Clare.
game.
Douglas has had a hard time establishing the rhythm, especially offensively, because that zone is keeping them from straight beeline drives to the basket.
Driving is Brown, fake, and flips it up there, won't go. Rebound, Dixon has it blocked. Bush put it back up. And now Robinson rebounds for Douglas, taken away by Dixon, and he is fouled as he tries to go back up with it.
Tough plays. They seem like they want it more than Douglas right now. A.J. Dixon just snatching the ball out of Robinson's hands.
And Robinson had to commit the foul to try to save the layup, and that's his first, but it will send Dixon to the line. He's 1 out of 2 from there tonight. Had 10 points in the first half tonight. 7:09 to go in the 4th. And now it's a 6-point lead for Henry Clay, and Dixon will have another.
Dixon's been very, very aggressive in this game tonight. Attacking the rim, going coast to coast, making jump shots, snatching balls out of people's hands off rebounds. Look, here's another one.
Missed the shot. Steffen waited in there and got the rebound, and it's knocked away. Frederick Douglass comes up with it. Here's Surratt down the lane. Challenged by Bush, and the Devils have it going the other way. Driving is Steffen from the left side. Good, and a foul.
Big time move by Steffen. Jackson Steffen. He's showing why he's averaging 18 points a game. Took his time. You always say, take the ball where the cows roam. He waited till everybody came down court, used his own men and their men as screens, turned the corner and got to the rim for an and one.
Great move by Steffen, and that excites this crowd. It's an 8-point lead, 6:49 to go in the 4th. We'll take a break and be right back with more on Glycod.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
8-point lead for Henry Clay as we get ready to resume play. Keith Elkins along with Sean Woods. And Sean, we've just seen him battle all night long here, and we've had this trend here in the second half where Douglas will make a little run at him, and Henry Clay comes up with a good play to push it back out. The Devils, now everything is within range, isn't it? They can look at this game and say, we're in it for the finish now.
Well, Henry Clay's playing with such poise, and Daniel Brown's been through the wars, you know. Mm-hmm. And like he said during the pregame, you know, that great crossing kind of humbled them a little bit. They didn't compete like they should have. And they had something to prove tonight against another big-time foe, and they're doing it.
Here's Jackson Steffen back to the free throw line. He's having a big night tonight.
He's finishing and cleaning up an and one. Didn't make it. Another offensive rebound.
But there's Bush with the rebound. Then he lost it, and it's picked up by Jenkins. Broncos come into front court. Turn around quickly by Claire. This one won't fall for him. It had made the last one from that spot. And this time Steffen has the rebound, and he is fouled. Claire picks up the foul, his third. Busen back in. Chris Wright is also back in, number 0 for Frederick Douglass.
Smooth the basketball, you're winning. Run your stuff. Get the ball moved from side to side. There you go.
Brown with a step. Nice bounce pass to Bush. The whistle as he was starting toward the basket, and a foul. Not a shooting foul.
Great wraparound pass by Kason Brown. Tell you what, Henry Clay's making all the right plays offensively, being strong with their ball. The ball's being moved from side to side, and they're driving aggressively to make plays.
Foul was on Chenault, and that's his third. Bush misses the free throw. They're in the shooting situation now.
Now Henry Clay's got to make sure they make free throws down the stretch.
Second one is there. And it's a 9-point lead. 6:15 to go. Talbert almost mishandled that ball. Now into Busen it goes. Back outside right, a long one. And a foul on the rebound. Highlander picks up the foul.
Haven't seen Wright play as much lately for Coach Garvin. He must have found something in practice.
Nice move going to the basket by Jenkins, but it comes off. And then the ball taken away by Chenault after Bush hit the floor, and Chenault drives and scores for Douglas.
Good steal by Chenault.
Henry Clay being pressured, but they clear it, and now it's in the hands of Kason Brown.
Just run your stuff. Be strong with your ball. Run your hands into the ball.
63-56, the lob for Bush. He gathers it and puts it in.
Great pick and roll action right there on the empty side by K. Brown and Bush. Good finish by Bush.
65-56. Right again from the corner. This time it's short. The rebound, Chenault battling, tries to put it up. He's fouled.
Good offensive rebound by Chenault. Now he's got to come up there and make his free throws.
Bush picks up his third foul. Davion Chenault is 53% on the year, but 2 for 2 tonight for the left-hander. One more for Chenault as Surratt comes back in the ball game. Wright is out.
Well, got a good rest. Let's see if he can come out like a gangbuster. Get his team back in this game.
Chenault is short with the second one, and A.J. Dixon reaches out to corral that rebound. And they give it to Brown. Found Highlander, now to Dixon, going by, puts it in.
That's how you attack pressure. You don't get back on your heels. You take advantage of...
There's a hard foul. As Surratt went for the basket, hit the floor pretty hard, but they help him up now. It looks like he's okay.
Tough fall right there. I thought he hit his face. Whew.
That's a 10-point lead on the board for Henry Clay now with 4:47 to go. There's some big free throws coming for DeMarcus Surratt. He's got the first one. And here comes Evans. My son Bush goes out.
Coach Brown giving him a blow. It's about a minute or so. Those 3 fouls.
67-58, 67-59. Surratt hits. There's Dixon into front court for Henry Clay. And that one's swatted away by Avion Chenault.
Chenault said, get that stuff out of here. I've seen you make too many layups tonight. Not going for it anymore.
That one was erased, wasn't it? That was Avion Chenault way up in the air to swat that one away. Blue Devils retain possession. Into Stephen.
Take your time, Henry Clay. You're winning.
Houston challenges Stephen toward the corner. Pass deflected but picked up by Dixon. Shot is short. Rebounded Jenkins. Up quickly is Douglas. Surratt goes to the basket. Can't get it. But a foul. And it'll be a blocking foul.
That's a tough one.
Brown.
That's the 4th one on Brown.
Fourth foul on Brown comes with 4:25 to go. In the 4th quarter, he had played the entire second half with 3 and played very well, but got the blocking foul then, and Surratt hits the first of 2. Trying to close within 6 for Douglas. Spins out, and Brown tracks it down, knocked away from him. And it'll be Henry Clay's ball.
Still plenty of time, Keith. Still plenty of time. It's 4:22. You're only down 7.
4:22 to go. 7-point lead for the Blue Devils.
And for Henry Clay, they got to be strong with their ball.
Brown turned away from the double team. I think we got a timeout for Henry Clay. Henry Clay calls a timeout with 4:15 to go in the 4th quarter. 67-60. Blue Devils on top. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
With Fast Signs, create striking custom visuals that inspire pride district-wide. Fast Signs, make your statement.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Douglas down by 7. Sean, do they need to change strategy at this point, or are we still a little bit too early to think about extra pressure or gambling defense?
They just got to continue to do what they do, and that's continue to keep pressure and make it tough for Henry Clay. But Henry Clay's doing a great job of attacking their pressure and getting layups.
Push outside, Houston right there with him, and now there's Stephen with it. Guarded by Jenkins. Stephen drives down the left side of the lane, a whistle as he does so. Jenkins picks up the foul, just his second. Both teams in the bonus, so to the line is Jackson Stephen.
It's going to come down to free throws, Keith.
Stephen hits the first. Unofficially 18 points for him.
Right at his average, pretty much.
68-60. That one stays in, too. Here is Robinson back in for Frederick Douglass, replacing Busen. 9-point lead for the Blue Devils as Frederick Douglass will bring it up.
I got a feeling it's Robinson time if Henry Clay stays in this zone. Henry Clay's got to really find out watch where he is at all times.
Robinson has had a tough night shooting so far, but a good shooter can break out of it at any time, and he is a good one.
All he needs is one to get going.
Inside it goes. Jenkins, quick ball movement this time. Near steal, but Chenault waited in there and retained possession for Douglass. Here is Robinson firing off the right side. Short with it. Good pressure defense that time from Highlander as he closed on him.
Got to get it across.
Dixon does get it into front court. Goes down to Bush. Good position. Couldn't finish. Out of bounds it goes, and Douglass gets it.
Henry Clay did a good job of breaking it. Bush just couldn't finish at the rim. Good back pursuit by Douglass.
Just 3:08 left now as the Broncos come up court.
Henry Clay staying in the zone.
There's a shot off the right side by Talbert. It's good.
Great look by Talbert. Set up high ball screen up there on the top guy.
It's 69-63 and gets Douglass back in the thick of things. Across to Steffen. Aggressive defense by Douglass. The low pass and the turnover. Ahead to Jenkins for the dunk.
Here they come. Here they come. Get a TO, Daniel Brown.
And it is a timeout for Henry Clay.
They gave the points to the wrong team.
They did, didn't they?
They gave two to Henry Clay when it should be
69-65.
69-65.
Yeah. Okay, that timeout comes with 2:38. We'll see if they get that situation straightened out. And we'll take a break and come right back on Glycod.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
2:38 to go, a tight ball game.
Douglass is making a run.
Yeah, and we're going to see 69-66 is on the board now, and they've just said that's correct. I'm not entirely sure that's right. Murray Garvin questioning. So it was 69-63, and the dunk should have made it 69-65. And they awarded the points to Henry Clay mistakenly and made it 71-63 on the board there for a moment. And now when they're correcting it, they're making it 69-66, and I think it should be 65.
Henry Clay's the home team, and they're giving the other team an extra bucket, kid.
That's right. That's not supposed to happen, is it?
No.
Oh, an extra point, which we don't usually talk too much about in basketball, but an extra point for Douglass. At least if we were recalling it correctly, and I think we were. But it'll be 69-66. Henry Clay on top. And Henry Clay with the ball. Highlander plays it in to Steffen.
Get it across.
2:29 to go. Down toward the baseline, and it gets away. It was going for Dixon down there. Fired it off a little bit to his left. Dixon may have broken just as he threw it, but it sails out of bounds. And now Douglass can tie the ball game with a three-pointer. There's the three-point try, and it is good, and we are tied. Bakari Talbert. 2:12 to go. And the Douglas fans very much into this one now here at Henry Clay.
Yes, they are.
Jason Brown thought about taking that long one. Now he does. It's on its way. No good. And out of bounds to Douglas. Henry Clay has led since the start tonight. Douglas has tied it a couple of times. Now it's tied right now, 1:50 to go. Now fans from both schools making noise as Jenkins driving, and it'll be an offensive foul on Chenault on the screen. 4 on Avion Chenault.
Jason Brown did a great job of exaggerating that right there, getting the referee to call an illegal screen.
Comes with 1:42 to go.
Douglas's pressure's got them back in this game. They must sustain. I'll stay in the pressure and let it carry me all the way home. Henry Clay's been back on their heels the last couple, 2-3 possessions.
When it comes to Brown, flips it back to Highlander. Drives down the right side of the lane and put it up going by. Missed the shot. Rebound to Robinson. Douglas has it now with a try to go ahead. 69 all. Ari Talbert out front. Makes a move back to his left. Gets it to Robinson. Now they clear it again to Chenault.
Talbert's been the key to this fourth quarter comeback. Making threes, penetrating the seams, putting pressure on the basketball. Him and Chenault. The ball's in his hands now.
Oh, now we have 1 minute to go in the fourth quarter. All tied at 69.
I think they're going to hold it until the last shot, Keith. Henry Clay looks like they're going to stay in that zone.
Yeah, unless they come out of it, Douglas appears to be content to hold it.
What a ball game tonight. What a ball game.
Yeah. 38 seconds. The count not going as Brown is not all that close to him now.
I wouldn't be shocked if Murray Garvin calls a timeout and draws something up.
Surratt back to Talbert. 20 seconds. Now he starts a drive. Maybe in some trouble there, and then a quick timeout for Douglas. Frederick Douglass takes the timeout with 15.4 seconds to go, and all tied.
Murray Garvin's going to draw something up. Great timeout.
Yeah, they got enough time to draw something up and make it happen.
Don't have to be in a hurry. Draw some up from man or zone.
So now if you're Henry Clay, you do something different out of this huddle defensively?
Well, with me, I mean, I don't know what Daniel Brown's got. I don't know if he's going to stay in the zone or is he going to show zone, and then once the ball comes in, thinking that Murray's going to drop a play to go against zone, and then once the ball comes in, they either go to man or trap the basketball. But I would be shocked if he just sits back and let Douglas run a play. I wouldn't.
Well, tied at 69. The Blue Devils led it 16-8 after the first quarter. They're up 39-37 at the half, 57-52 after 3. And now Douglas has rallied. They've made several rallies, but Henry Clay has been able to answer. This time, though, they got back into a tie. And Douglas will have it.
Here we go.
69 all, 15.4 to go. And it comes into Surratt. 12 seconds.
Let's see what Henry Clay does. Are they going to come out there?
Surratt driving, gets it over. Talbert fakes, now puts up a three and missed the shot. Rebound outside. Chenault, 1 second, throws it up there. No good. And we are going to overtime. 69-69. Well, they tried to have something that they had drawn up, and Talbert ended up taking a shot from the corner, but pretty good defense there, too.
Great defense. Talbert had a good look, didn't make it, but Henry Clay hung on.
We are tied, and we're going to overtime. So we'll take a break here and come back and join you for the overtime right after this from Henry Clay High School and this message from Glycod.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Back at Henry Clay, Keith Elkins along with Sean Woods. And Sean, it's been such a great evening of basketball. Let's not quit yet. Let's do some extra here.
Exactly. Just found out that the Cats beat Tennessee.
Well, how about that?
So that's a great win, being injury prone.
That is amazing to the way they've gotten some really big wins this year without some key players.
Mark Pope's done a great job and has continued to do a great job, even with the wicked and wounded. But we're lucky and fortunate enough to be at a great high school basketball game tonight.
Absolutely. These folks here are having plenty of fun too, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
69-69. That's the score as we get started in overtime tonight. 4 minutes in the extra period. And here's the toss. And Jackson Steffen has it for Henry Clay. Off to Dixon. Into the lane he goes. Went into some defense there. Banked it in, and I think it's going to count.
Dixon starting this overtime like he started the game. Aggressive, getting to the rim, making plays.
Tate Robinson picks up the foul, and a big first basket of the overtime by A.J. Dixon, who's had a great night tonight.
He's played well, stayed aggressive, enjoying the moment.
Unofficially 17 for Dixon tonight. He could make it 18 right here. 71-69, Henry Clay.
Tell you what, Henry Clay's answered the bell tonight, thus far. Just staying in it. Like we talked about, keep it close to the end. Give yourself a chance, Keith. And that's exactly what they've done.
They have. They have really battled all the way. As has Douglas, trying to come from behind after a slow start tonight. Oh, and he banked it in.
2 strong bank shots.
Oh, the three-point play makes it 72-69. Henry Clay now a whistle as we have some trouble with the scoreboard again. That I'd have to go back and look at all of it again, but if there was an extra point somewhere, obviously it became a big one because we went to overtime tied. And now should be, there it is. There's a 72 on the board for Henry Clay, and that should be the correct score right there, 72-69. Henry Clay on top. 3:42 to go in the overtime. Douglas with the ball.
Henry Clay's back out in that zone.
Free throw line to Busen. Now here's Talbert driving, surrounded. Got it to Busen, quickly to Robinson. In the corner it goes. Jenkins with the shot. And the rebound to Dixon of Henry Clay. Brown up court. There's Bush, back to Brown. Now Steffen will try the long one. Not there. He got his own rebound, put it in.
Wow! Caught Douglas sleeping right there. Everybody's just looking at the ball instead of going to get it.
74-69. The ball knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to Douglas. And boy, Steffen really crashed the board that time and found himself wide open for a layup.
That's what your coach used to tell you when you were a young kid. Always follow your shot. And that's exactly what he did.
Followed it right into the layup, and a 5-point lead for Henry Clay. There's Chenault with it. Now Surratt looking for the screen from Jenkins. Surratt jumps and fires, and it's short. It's going to go out of bounds. It did go out of bounds. Chenault tried to save it, but it hit beyond the end line, and it'll be Henry Clay's basketball with 2:35 to go. 5-point lead for the Devils.
Good defensive stop right there by the Devils.
Here comes Kason Brown against Talbert. They look for the double team. Now he clears it away to Dixon. Dixon over to Steffen on the left side. Drives under, lays it in.
Attacking the pressure. That's what you're supposed to do, and Henry Clay's done a great job of that tonight.
Outscored him 7-0 in the overtime. Now a steal by Dixon. Goes for the basket and missed the shot, but a foul as he was being chased. And he'll go to the line. Makari Talbert picks up the foul. His third.
Great steal right there by Dixon. I'm telling you, he's played a one heck of a game tonight.
He really has. They've all played hard, and he has been particularly outstanding tonight. A.J. Dixon.
I love his energy and his aggressiveness on both ends of the court.
2 free throws coming. Henry Clay up by 7 in the overtime. Lead holds at 7. Dixon steps away from the line before shooting the second try. The shot up, and that one caroms off to the right. So 0 for 2, but look, there's Steffen waiting in to get the rebound, but he lost it. And now Surratt has it for Frederick Douglass. Off to Talbert, open for a 3. Battle for the rebound. Steffen brought it down.
Tough call right there. Murray Garvin's looking at the referee saying, you call that from way out here, from half court?
And that's Chenault's 5th. Well, Chenault is out of the game. Busen comes back in for Frederick Douglass with 1:59 to go in the overtime.
Henry Clay can win this basketball game. They got to make sure that they make their free throws and take care of the ball down the stretch.
Cade Highlander, 67% free throw shooter. Unofficially 1 for 1 tonight, and gets that one to go. 77-69. Second one is off to the right, picked up by Jenkins, and ahead to Talbert in a hurry, moves into the lane, missed the shot, grabbed out of the air by Highlander, and off to Kason Brown.
Tough shot by Talbert there.
Underneath, Dixon driving, had it blocked from behind, hits the floor pretty hard, and he is down.
Wow.
They do get a foul.
I'm surprised they didn't call a foul there.
Now some players having words. It's been a very, very competitive game, a very, very physical game, and A.J. Dixon has been such a big part of this game. Still down on the floor as they tend to him down there after that fall. So we'll see what develops there with 1:44 to go. We'll take a short break and see if we can sum up the situation. Good news, there's Dixon getting to his feet and being helped up. We'll take a short break, be right back on Glycod.
A bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento, or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. And new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
And as we come back from break, A.J. Dixon able to walk off the floor. It was ruled an intentional foul, and Trevor Evans is going to shoot the free throws.
Come in ice cold. Let's see if he can make the second one.
There he did. He got the second one. 78-69. It's a 9-point margin for Henry Clay.
Bring it out. Run some clock.
Just right in there to track Cason Brown. Cross-court pass. Rescued by Highlander. Had to get rid of it. Did so to Steffen. And he is fouled by Wright. And now to the line is Jackson Steffen. Steffen with 2 shots. First one no good. Unofficially 21 for Steffen tonight. And Dixon is back in, which is good to see. Took the hard fall to the floor and was down for a minute or so, but now back in the ball game. The shot good by Steffen. Douglas in a hurry. Pass deflected and out of bounds. It'll go back to Douglas with 1:24 to go, and Henry Clay up by 10.
For the first time I've seen Douglas discombobulated a little bit. Not knowing where to go with the ball. Been out of control by JJ. Got to run something.
Surratt down the middle, gets a layup, can't get it to fall, and it's off to Dixon. Behind the back dribble at midcourt, still driving hard. And fouled as he got toward the lane.
Dixon's got to give up the ball a little bit. He's been a little too aggressive. He got lucky there.
Jenkins picks up his 4th foul. That comes with 1:14 to go. Here's A.J. Dixon to the line. Dixon 10 points in the first half tonight. Jimmy Dick into the ball game for Frederick Douglass for the first time. Free throw missed. 79-69. Double team, and they can't make the steal. Robinson picked it up, goes for the basket, and is fouled by Bush. And Bush is out. That comes with 1:04 to go.
Did Logan Booster fall out? I'm shocked he's still on the bench right now.
He had the intentional foul a minute ago. Let's see. I didn't have him with 5. So Bush is out. Now here's Tate Robinson at the line.
Tate Robinson's had a rough night tonight. I don't think he's made a 3, and he goes up there. It was a pretty good free throw shoot. He missed that one. Missed both of them.
Both of them back rim on that second one. Rebounded by Evans for Henry Clay. Cason Brown facing a double team over near the corner. Did they get a timeout? Henry Clay does get the timeout with 55.7 seconds to go. 79-69. Blue Devils on top and trying to nail it down. We'll take a break. Be right back on Glycod.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Henry Clay leads it by 10, 79-69, 55.7 to go. And While they haven't quite nailed it down yet, Sean, this Henry Clay team just would not be denied tonight.
It came from the start. You know, they came out here and they punched Douglas in the mouth. And like we said earlier, that was one of the keys. Douglas needed a great start and didn't need to let Henry Clay have a good start to create some type of confidence. And they allowed that, and this is why they're in the position that they're in right now.
Here's Stephen driving, and there's Jenkins getting him from behind. That may be all for him. It's fourth for Jenkins. Stephen at the line for 2. First one's there. $80-69. And now 81 as Stephen hits them both. Inside 50 seconds now. Surratt nearly lost it, now does. Here's a steal by Brown. Underneath he goes, leaves it for Dixon. They can't convert. And then finally the ball rescued by Stephen, but his pass stolen away. And now a long one off the left side.
That wasn't very smart by Cade. By Kaysen. Wasn't very smart at all.
Yeah, they got in a hurry, and now a three-point opportunity, and that shot good by Surratt, and now they have closed to within 9, and again, it's not quite nailed down yet.
No, it's not. 31 seconds to go. Anything can happen, but Douglas has got to really get on the horse and create some, at least a couple turnovers, and they got to hit a 3 or 2 before, just to have enough time to get back in the game.
We'll see if Henry Clay can hit the free throws that would be coming more than likely. 31.4 seconds to go. 81-72. Henry Clay leading Frederick Douglass. This would be a huge win for Henry Clay.
Oh, big time win. Big time bounce back too from a 30-point loss to Great Crossing.
They took on one of the best teams in the state last week and weren't able to give them much of a contest. And now Douglas, also highly regarded statewide. Looks like the Blue Devils may be able to pull it off tonight, but they got a little bit more work to do. Surratt picks up the foul. That's only his first. 27.3, that's all that's left.
Henry Clay's done a good job of, no, you too. Has done a good job of running their hands into the ball, being strong with their ball, and then also finishing at the rim, attacking Douglas's pressure.
Here is Highlander at the line. And he makes it a 10-point lead. Highlander will get another. Henry Clay fans ready to celebrate. Highlander hits the second. A long 3 by Talbert won't go, and
good
the rebound to
right
Stephen.
There by Stephen.
Jackson Stephen heads up court. Well, there's no whistle. 16, 15 seconds. Looks like he's going to be able to dribble it out. Now the Blue Devil fans can celebrate. 83-72 is going to be the final score. 6 seconds. Stephen continues to dribble. Final seconds tick off, and it is over, and Henry Clay has won it. Over Frederick Douglass, 83-72 in overtime, and it was a terrific ball game, Sean.
Awesome ball game from start to finish. Kudos to Henry Clay, coming ready to play, backs against the wall as far as the top teams in the district, and they found a way to win a big one.
83-72 the final. The Blue Devils win it in overtime. Stay tuned for our post-game report. It begins right after this break on Glycod.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento, or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. And new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
Henry Clay wins it tonight 83-72 in overtime. Keith Elkins along with Sean Woods. Scott Moore is our producer, and Joe O'Malley is our camera operator tonight. And we all saw a good one, as did these fans here at Henry Clay High School. A lot of Douglas fans on hand, as you might imagine. But, Sean, it was Henry Clay's ball game from the start. And I don't mean that in a decisive way, but they certainly did what they wanted to do right from the start today.
Well, I don't know if they did what they wanted to do, but I think they did what they needed to do.
Yes.
And that was to come out with great passion and energy and have a great start, and they did exactly that.
They took an early lead. They led 16-8 at the end of the first quarter, and still on top 39-37 at the half, and 57-52 after 3 quarters, and 69 all as we went to overtime, and then the Blue Devils dominated the overtime. And really, as you said, they needed to keep that pressure up, and they certainly did that, and absolutely gave the fans what they wanted to see tonight, and it was a big win for this Henry Clay team.
It was, Keith, and they stay with it. You know, a good team's going to make their run, and Douglas did that. But Henry Clay took their punch, okay, and then they kept punching. They stopped they didn't stop punching, and that's the reason why they came out with this victory tonight.
With some unofficial totals for the victorious Blue Devils. Jackson Steffen, 24 points tonight, 18 for Kason Brown, and unofficially 18 for A.J. Dixon. And it seemed like we just called those guys' names every time down the floor. They were in the middle of the play and battled hard for rebounds, and there were just so many different plays that involved those players tonight. They really, really gave it all, and it showed.
Well, I'll tell you what, Dixon really showed up. I mean, especially when, he never stopped. Mm-hmm. He stayed aggressive. He made some tough plays defensively, got some key rebounds, got some key steals, hit a big three, but he kept attacking Douglas's pressure.
And 22 points tonight for DeMarcus Surratt. It's an outstanding Douglas team that has just lost now 3 ball games all year. And they lost to St. X, they lost to Great Crossing, and now they lost tonight to Henry Clay. But Douglas is having an outstanding season. They were just a little bit, I guess, back on their heels tonight with this Henry Clay start. And they rallied several times, and just never could quite get over the hump.
When you come into one of these games, this is like a setup game. And Henry Clay, has shown that when they did play the tougher teams, they faltered a little bit, didn't show a lot of fight. And you come in thinking this is going to be the same Henry Clay team, and it wasn't. And, I don't think that Douglas came in with the exact type of enthusiasm and pop that they normally have, and it costed them tonight. They ran into a juggernaut, and as you can see, anybody can get beat on any given day.
It's 83-72 the final, and we'll have more on our post-game show. A little bit later, we'll have our most outstanding players of the game, so stay with us for that. It's a big Henry Clay win tonight in overtime over Frederick Douglass, 83-72. Back in just a moment on Glycod.
A bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento, or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. And new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Back at Henry Clay High School, still an excited group of fans gathered here as the Blue Devils get their victory tonight, their 18th of the season, and they go to 18-5. Frederick Douglass having a great season, drops to 20 wins and 3 losses now as Henry Clay wins this one by a score of 83-72 in overtime over Henry Clay. And we'll just go ahead and take care of our most outstanding players here at this point, and then we'll hear from Coach Brown of Henry Clay in our next segment. But tonight's most outstanding players are presented by Elite Building Products, locally owned and committed to providing top quality products for your next home project. Visit EliteKentucky.com or stop by their Nicholasville showroom at 242 Wilson Drive. And Sean, we talked about this Henry Clay team effort all night long, so we'll take a special step. We can do that. We can make an amendment right here on the spot and give a team award tonight to Henry Clay because they followed that plan, did the things, as you said, they needed to do.
I'll tell you what, Henry Clay, instead of one person being the MVP, it's a total team effort from the coaches all the way down, sticking to the script. Daniel Brown told me that one of the main keys tonight was to rebound the basketball, and they did that, limiting Douglas's offensive rebound prowess because they weren't going to be a great shooting team. He packed it in, and not only that, they were strong with the ball. And then when the one thing that I'm really impressed with is how Henry Clay really attacked Douglas's pressure to score, and I think that kept Douglas back on their heels.
And Henry Clay, some of those individual totals again. Stephen unofficially with 24, Brown with 18, and A.J. Dixon with 18. Highlander had 8 tonight for the Blue Devils. Hassan Bush played a fine game tonight and scored 12 points for Henry Clay. Now our most outstanding player for Frederick Douglass, we decided to go with DeMarcus Surratt.
Hey, he gave it everything he had. He kept the pressure on Henry Clay. He kept the pressure on Henry Clay. He kept Douglass in the basketball game, just playing relentless. But tonight it was just too much Henry Clay on both ends of the court.
And tonight's outstanding players presented by Elite Building Products. Visit EliteKentucky.com or stop by the Nicholasville showroom at 242 Wilson Drive. All right, we'll take a break and come back and have Henry Clay coach Daniel Brown with us for a brief chat after this big win by his team, 83-72 Henry Clay over Frederick Douglass. Back in a moment on Glycod.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglass High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com. This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Central Kentucky Driving School, raising the bar in driver education. Man of War Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. And by Don Franklin Auto, driven by family.
Welcome back. We're here with winning coach Daniel Brown, Henry Clay Devils. Coach, big time win today.
Big win.
Your kids just responded in the most positive, influential way, and they did exactly what you wanted and needed them to do, and that was be tough, resilient, and rebound the basketball. Not only that, you handled their pressure, not to just break it, but to score against it.
Right.
Let's talk about it.
Well, you're right. After that beat down we took in front of our home crowd here last week with Great Cross, and we needed a bounce-back game. And we did that tonight. As I told you earlier, I mean, we were minus 19 the first time against them on the backboard. You're not going to beat anybody in this region, especially a team as good as Murray's got over in Douglas. So we did that tonight, and you're right, Sean. I thought we played to win. Once we got in a rhythm against their pressure, we had talked about how we wanted to do it. And, when it comes down, you got to make some plays. And I wish we'd made some free throws down the stretch a little better. But I really like that, we could easily, when they come back and tied it, gone to overtime. I thought I could feel our team. We were still okay. We were okay, and then we got to bounce back, start off. And, again, total team effort. I looked at the stats. I mean, one guy, it was 5-6 guys. Yes. They all had their piece. I told them they all had their place in that win tonight. So it feels good to get us one.
Well, we said the MVP of this game for you all was your team, including you, your game plan, keeping your kids involved, and they responded. But one of the keys I said that you had to do tonight was two keys. One, have a good start. And second of all, you had to make some shots, and you did both of those.
Yeah, you're right, Sean. You've watched this, a handful of times now. Usually that first 2 or 3 minutes, I'm like, am I doing something wrong? So we focused on that. Let's get off to a good start. Allow us, let them come to us. Let's take the fight to them. And we made some shots. That helps. But, yeah, all those things worked out in our favor, and we're lucky enough to hold on. But we know hopefully we'll run into them again. Get a chance to play them in the district and different things like that. So you play it in the 11th region, you play a school like Henry Clay, you got to love games like that. I told them you got to fulfill that, want that moment. I told you earlier, we have a chance a lot of teams don't have. You get to play number 3 and number 5 in the same week.
How about that?
In the state and also in your district. So we know going Friday night, we'll celebrate tonight and feel good about ourselves, and I'm happy for them boys. The senior class, that's the first time they beat them.
Wow.
So they've had our number. We've been close a few times. So that was a big milestone for them. So I'm happy for them guys.
And you did it starting seniors that normally don't start, and you still had a great start. So kudos to you from that. Now, where do we go from here? You got another tough foe on Friday night.
Right.
What is the mindset now? You know, how do you keep these guys grounded? You had one big outing tonight. Now, how can you really duplicate this on Friday night?
Well, hopefully they understand it. I told them just like success. You know, success, you got to like it. So you feel good about yourself. The other night they felt so horrible. Guess what? Now you feel good about yourself. You have to carry up momentum. I think it's the same scenario. I mean, if we go over there and we're not tough on the backboard and we don't handle pressure, guess what? We're not going to be very good. But if we can do it and make some shots, you know, I like where his team's at. We're getting better, and then getting Dixon back's help too. I mean, we played, you know, early on. He missed 7-8 games. You know, he's just now get going. You see, he's a big part of us because he's a downhill guy. So I thought he really had some big plays. So I think having him back in the mix and just, you know, we continue to get better. I mean, hopefully that we can duplicate that. We'll see.
Well, you earned this win tonight, and I know it's going to take another effort like this and then some to earn another win against a big-time foe. But, Coach, you got them going in the right direction.
Right.
Great turnaround from a very tough situation against Great Crossing. But, hey, you're still in the fight.
Yeah.
That's kudos to you, my man.
Thank you.
And it was a total team effort, like I said before, from the head coach down to the manager. Everybody played their part.
Well, that means
and you did it with enthusiasm, and that really sets it off.
Well, that means a lot come from you. You know the game as well as anybody, being that PG and head coach. So, you know, we just put a game plan, you know, a head coach together. They make us look good sometimes. Tonight, they made me look good. So thank you guys for what you all do, too.
I got one more thing.
Yeah.
You know I've been on Kaysen.
Yeah.
And tonight he played as solid as rock.
Until he threw it off the backboard.
Yeah, and I know you wanted to kill him then, but other than that, he was the maestro of the game tonight.
Well, we talk about that. I mean, that's what he has to do. You know, what he has for my team, just makes a few shots, handle the basketball. He got everybody where they're supposed to be. So, yeah, excited. You know, it's kind of bittersweet. You coaching your last son, you know, it's going to be over for it. You know? So I'm trying to enjoy it. We're trying to enjoy it. So it's fun, like I said, for them guys to get a win against them guys because they've been pretty good for a while.
Big-time win, senior night against Douglas. Can't get no better than that,
Coach.
Oh,
no. We're excited. I mean, excited. All right, but back to work tomorrow.
No doubt
back
about
to work.
it.
Maybe tonight. You know, as soon as I settle on, I'm probably on to the next game. You know how coaching is.
About it.
And because going over there, we're home tonight. So now we got to go over there. Last year we went over there and we got busted 20-25, so we can't let that happen.
Well, you got to keep that momentum, that mojo, whatever you had tonight leading up to this game. 3 more days so you can have some type of similar result, man. And good luck the rest of the way, and we enjoy watching you tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you for what you all do. We appreciate that. Fun to watch, and just we're very lucky that you guys are taking the time out of your all's busy schedules to put high school basketball, especially in Lexington, on the map. People said it's good basketball up here.
That's
I tell people our region's fun to watch.
Exactly.
So and you're all allowing people to really come to that. And you know what? And people could stay home, but they're still coming out. But I enjoy watching you guys. I told you I watch your all's film when we're watching film. So because I tell you, you're all usually saying the same thing I'm saying. So I appreciate what you all do.
Great minds think alike, man. But good luck to the rest of the way, Coach. And we'll be back on Glycott after this.
Thank you, guys.
A bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. At new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Back to wrap things up on Glycod tonight. Here's a look at our upcoming schedule brought to you by New Vista. They see the good ahead. On Friday night, 7:30 starts. All of these are boys' games. Douglas at Sayre, Henry Clay at Bryan Station, Eastern at Ballard, and Providence at New Albany. That's a look at our upcoming schedule brought to you by New Vista. And we will say good night from here tonight. A great win for Henry Clay, 83-72 in overtime. Keith Elkins along with Sean Woods. And Sean, any final thoughts tonight about this one?
Hey, kudos to Henry Clay, bouncing back. That's why we play the game. You know, everybody thought that Douglas would come in here and just romp them, and Henry Clay had something else to say about that. And, you know, this may be good for Murray and his team. You know, you know, some humble pie. You know, sometimes, you know, kids can't handle prosperity as well as we would like them to. And I thought that they didn't come in here with the right pop that they normally do, and Henry Clay did, and Henry Clay held on for a big-time major victory tonight.
A big-time win, 83-72 the final in overtime for Henry Clay. That will do it for us tonight. We appreciate you joining us. For our producer, Scott Moore, and for our video camera operator, Joe O'Malion, and for Sean Woods, I'm Keith Elkins. Again, thanks for being with us. And again, the final score, it was Henry Clay 83 and Douglas 72 in overtime. Good night from Henry Clay High School on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for the real world. College for your world. Tonight's game was brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville. Movement that inspires. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Mathnasium of East and West Lexington. Changing lives through math. Roosters, a fun, casual place for wings and more. Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. Community Action Council. New Vista. Tech 24. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment. And Fast Signs.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.